variety of different investment vehicles. This commercial is provided for informational purposes only and should not be construed as individual investment advice. Drake & Associates LLC does not provide legal or tax advice. Past performance is not indicative of future performance.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here for Vita Hearing Care. They've made a difference in my life. They changed my life. I can hear better now, thanks to the incredible faux neck hearing aids that I have, and you can check these bad boys out, too. There's a very cool event coming up. It's a VIP lunch and listening event. It's free. It's March 19th at Mealy Cafe in Racine over the lunch hour. It's going to be very cool, but you need to reserve your spot. It's free. Call 262-800-1060, 262-800-1060. Let them change your life at Vita Hearing Care.
The Beach Boys, the Sounds of Summer Tour. Friday, May 23rd at the Riverside Theater. The music, the memories, the Beach Boys, riding an endless summer wave. Get tickets Friday, 10 a.m. at PabsTheaterGroup.com. Don't miss the Beach Boys, the Sounds of Summer Tour, live.
Trusted, relevant, locally owned, locally programmed. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ Milwaukee.
At 10:01, I'm Vince Vitrano on News Radio 620, WTMJ. Our current forecast, mostly sunny and breezy with falling temperatures today. Already reached our high temperature of 43, and temperatures will be falling this afternoon into the upper 30s, partly cloudy skies, and a low down to 32 tonight. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, happening this morning, markets are still falling about an hour and a half off the opening bell. And on Wall Street, as President Trump is ramping up tariff talks. The president posting on Truth Social earlier this morning that he is going to increase tariffs. President saying he's adding an additional 25% tariff on Canadian steel and aluminum, bringing the total to a 50% markup that would take effect tomorrow. The president also saying he is going to declare a national emergency on electricity in the area impacted by tariffs from Canada. Let me get you the latest numbers on Wall Street right now. Time for News About Your Money and the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Dow Jones Industrial Average down another 1.3%, off 563 points so far in trading today. S&P 500 at 55.58. That is down an additional 56 points, 1%. And the NASDAQ off a little over 0.5%, down 100 points to 17,365. Annex Wealth Management, financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com. What does this all mean for me? That question depends on what your investments are and what you need those investments to do for you in your life. Caleb Silver, editor-in-chief at Investopedia, says you don't necessarily have to sell when everyone else is.
Big sell-offs in the stock market cause uncertainty and fear and lead us to believe that we as individual investors need to do something about it. Fear makes us want to sell. But just remember this, you don't lose money until you actually sell, and if you're sitting on gains, you might have to pay taxes on those gains.
Locally, another pharmacy closure in southeast Wisconsin. CVS is planning to close its location at 92nd and Greenfield in West Dallas. Coming up in just a couple of days, prescriptions, they say, will be transferred to locations at 75th and Blue Mound in Tosa. Company previously closed a location at Villard and Titonia in Milwaukee back in January. Dry weather ahead, as you heard of the storm team forecast, while the cause of that large brush fire in Brookfield last weekend is still under investigation. Dead winter brush likely contributing to the fast spread. Storm Team 4 Chief Meteorologist Brian Niznansky says that while fire danger is moderate across southeast Wisconsin, those planning burns this week should reconsider.
We're better off today with the cooler temperatures and humidity levels are up. But once we shoot back up again this weekend, like Friday, please no outdoor burning. I know a lot of people want to start burning some leaves and stuff now. I would probably hold off on that.
Rain and possible thunderstorms in the forecast for later this week. Your complete WTMJ 5-day forecast coming up. A lot of folks looking to escape Wisconsin weather this spring break. Milwaukee Mitchell International Airport gearing up for one of the busiest travel periods.
Airport Public Affairs and Marketing Director Harold Mester expects March 22nd and 29th to be the busiest spring break travel days.
We're going to have 28 flights on each of those days just to the state of Florida, plus another 11 departures to other warm weather destinations.
Mester expects roughly 350,000 seats to be occupied. Parking at the airport? Mester recommends using the MKE Smart Park app.
You can also make a reservation on there, which I highly recommend.
Greg Matzik, WTMJ News.
The largest carrier out of Milwaukee Mitchell, Southwest Airlines, planning a major change this spring, and not just in how you board the plane.
The line 2 bags fly free is a registered trademark on Southwest website, but the company has been under pressure from an investor group that's demanding changes in the business model to make the carrier more profitable. Starting in late May, 2 bags will fly free, but only for passengers who've upgraded their seats or status or have a Southwest Airlines credit card.
ABC's Jim Ryan reporting there. It would be the first time Southwest would impose bag fees in its 50-year history. Sports, traffic, weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 10:05.
Restaurant prices are soaring, but not at the Mine Shaft Restaurant in Hartford. WTMJ's John Mercure here. One of my favorite places, family-owned for almost 50 years. I took my daughters there. Great memories. It's super affordable, and it's so much fun. Every Tuesday, the authentic Mexican buffet is all you can eat, and it's just $9.99. It's the best Tuesday dining value, $9.99. Kids 5 and under eat free today from that kids menu. They can safely play in the world-class game room, quietly tucked away from the dining area while you finish up your meal. Stop today after school. Check this out. The Wednesday all-you-can-eat fish fry is just $7.99. Whoa, that's crazy. From 2 till 5 today, beers, cocktails, and appetizers are half price. The Mine Shaft in beautiful downtown Hartford and just off Highway 41 in Oshkosh, right near EAA. Walk in today for the Tuesday all-you-can-eat Mexican buffet for under $10. MineShaftRestaurant.com. It's the amazing Mine Shaft.
Tell us a little bit about Innovative Signs.
We're located out in Waukesha. Where we are really focused mostly is manufacturing outdoor electrical signs.
You came to Horicon Bank. How do you think other local businesses can benefit?
When I call, Michelle picks up the phone, and when I email, she responds in a timely manner. A few years ago, I talked to my accountant about shopping around looking for a different bank just to get some alternatives, and he said, absolutely not. You're not going to like working for a big bank. They have a lot more regulations. So that's how we got involved with Cornerstone Bank. When Horicon purchased Cornerstone, we came along for the ride, and it's been great.
Finally home. Oh, God, what's wrong?
I'm tired of this old, beaten down, ugly garage door.
All right, it's not that bad.
Really? It's so old.
Yeah?
And it breaks all the time.
Okay, yeah, I hear you.
It's dirty, it's loud, it doesn't even close.
Give your old garage door new life. Get a new garage door from Lifetime Door Company. Register to win a free door plus free installation at WTMJ.com.
It doesn't even close, and the track is dented.
Okay, you've made your point.
Look at the windows. They're busted.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update for the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. Packers making some moves in free agency. ESPN Wisconsin's Jason Wilde among those reporting. The team is poised to sign 2 free agents, cornerback, last with the Raiders' Nate Hobbs, and an offensive lineman, guard Aaron Banks, who did not come to terms with the 49ers. Packer Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher on Wisconsin's Morning News, understanding fans were looking for a big splash on offense, but
this means it's going to be a lot of Tucker Kraft and a lot of let's get the Romeo Dobbs, let's get these young guys. That's not what Packer fans are going to want to hear, but it was always going to be these guys need to get a lot better. That was where the most growth for this offense was going to be.
NFL's 2025 season officially begins Wednesday afternoon. Bucks and Pacers tonight in Indianapolis. That's a 6:30 tip. 6 o'clock pregame right here on your home of the Bucks, 620 WTMJ. Take a look at the roads. Your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic Update. Big delays, I-43 northbound on the northbound lanes just north of the Marquette. I've got the left lane blocked due to a disabled vehicle at North Avenue, and things backing up all the way to Fond du Lac Avenue. Right lane closed on I-41 southbound at National for some repair work, but doesn't appear to be slowing things down too much. Your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Today, mostly sunny, breezy, and we'll see falling temperatures. Should be in the upper 30s by late this afternoon, partly cloudy and a low down to 32 tonight. Mostly sunny skies tomorrow, 45 your high at the lake, 53 inland. Thursday, under partly cloudy skies, 58 degrees, a little bit cooler if you're near Lake Michigan for your highs. Friday, partly cloudy, breezy. Nighttime storms are possible, high 61 at the lake, 71 inland. And for Saturday, scattered showers, mainly early, then windy, and a high of 57. Right now in Madison, 40 degrees. Green Bay at 35, 42 degrees in Waukesha, and in Milwaukee, it's 41. I'm Vince Vitrano, Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 10:09.
We like to do things by the numbers. We're all about commerce and community. Welcome to the Upswing, presented by Horicon Bank, the natural choice for all your banking needs. Now for the host that's always on the upswing, Jeff Sherman.
Now, to business, gentlemen.
Good morning, Wisconsin. Good morning, Milwaukee. Wherever you're listening from today, hope your day is off and running. Things are going as planned. Lots of uncertainty in this commerce and community world that we live in. We're going to talk about it all today. Specifically, we're going to latch in to the healthcare space in the second half of the show. Healthcare delivery, of course, ever evolving locally. Ascension, Wisconsin is making investments as it consolidates and aligns services in southeast Wisconsin. On Milwaukee's east side, Columbia St. Mary's Hospital, Milwaukee, is the company's most complex care center in its portfolio. It includes a 24/7 comprehensive stroke care, cardiac surgery, surgical oncology, and it's the region's only burn center that's certified by the American Burn Association. Andre Story is the president of Columbia St. Mary's Hospital. He'll join us in the second half of the show. Unique challenges and changes at this location, for sure, that are making a lot of waves. Speaking of changes, obviously yesterday, look at the stock market. The stock market slid on concerns the U.S. economy tipping into a recession. The Dow gave up nearly 900 points yesterday. As we look at it now, is down almost 402 points. NASDAQ yesterday fell 4%. And it's down another 402 points. The Dow is down right now. Tesla yesterday lost 15%. Apple, Microsoft, Alphabet, Amazon, NVIDIA, Meta platforms all fell between 2 and 5%. But let's remember, when you talk recession, there really isn't a recognized definition of recession, and there are many different types of recession. You got to go to like 1974 to get U.S. economist Julius Shushkin's definition of recession: 2 consecutive quarters of declining growth. And many countries still adhere to this as the standard definition. Obviously, you look at the last global recession, you go back to 2007, 2009, unemployment then was at 9.5% in the U.S. The unemployment rate right now in the United States is at 4.1%. So no matter what, as I said yesterday, markets and business, they don't like uncertainty. Yet, there's nothing constant but change and nothing certain but uncertainty. Top Trump administration economist Kevin Hassert said yesterday that he expects the tax cuts to propel economic growth later in this year. We'll keep an eye on that and see what happens. You know what? We usually go 2 up at the beginning of the show. I'm going to go to break, and we're going to go 2 up when we come back. You're listening to The Upswing. This is WTMJ.
Be our eyes on the road. See something out there that I should know about?
On 894 North, just before the National Avenue exit, the right lane is closed. There's a medical emergency, it looks like.
Call me, Debbie Loziga, on the WTMJ traffic tip line, 414-238-9329.
Hello, Debbie. 41 South, just before Capitol Drive. There are 2 cars involved in an accident.
The drive affects you. Why not be part of it? Give me a call, 414-238-9329.
If you're a woman looking to take control of your financial future, you are not alone. Women are leading the way in business and managing household finances, but challenges still exist. That's why Annex Wealth Management presents the Women in Wealth series every third Thursday. It'll empower you with knowledge and resources to succeed. Join us for collaborative discussions, community building, and learn about key areas of financial planning. Women in Wealth events are free every third Thursday. Sign up at annexwealth.com/events and bring a friend.
Brew City is ready to celebrate the draft's return to Wisconsin. Milwaukee Tailgate Week, presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook, April 24th through the 26th. It features a variety of gridiron activations for all ages, steeped in Milwaukee's iconic sports history, its attractions, brews, pubs, restaurants, and venues. The festivities culminate on Saturday, April 26th with Jordy Nelson's Milwaukee Tailgate with Inside the Huddle Live. Buy your tickets now for only $10 and learn more at visitmilwaukee.org/tailgate.
For over a century, local broadcasting has evolved with the needs of the community. We move past the stigmas of opinion journalism and bring the most relevant news online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
Now it's time for the Two Up on the Upswing.
Courthouse funds the first. Two things that I'm seeing in and around the business world that you need to know about now. Look at Milwaukee County Courthouse. They have a big need there to re-envision and invest in its courthouse complex facilities, right? Including the historic courthouse right here in downtown Milwaukee, the public safety building, criminal justice facility, where the county provides state-mandated public safety services. Public safety building is out of compliance with the state Supreme Court standards, including the guidance that dictates how the building should be divided into three sectors: areas for public, restricted areas for staff and jurors, and secure areas for in-custody defendants and law enforcement officers. Yesterday, Governor Tony Evers proposed $25 million for the courthouse complex project. The funding included in the state of Wisconsin's 2025 to 2027 budget would support Milwaukee County's design and preparation efforts to rebuild the courthouse complex. The project is in its early stages of design right now, with construction expected to begin in 2027 for a building that could open in 2031. Also looking at the governor's budget yesterday and a bunch of the items listed, he's recommending 4 projects for inclusion in his operating budget as part of the Grants for Local Projects program. You got to look kind of deep into the budget for these things. These projects include the Green Bay new community shelter, some money for the YMCA in Milwaukee, and Community Smiles Dental Health Commons, the Second Harvest Food Bank in southern Wisconsin, that's in Madison, and then the Colfax Railroad Museum up there in Colfax, Wisconsin. The State Building Commission will meet on Tuesday, March 25th, to vote on the governor's capital budget recommendations. Next up, former Walmart is evolving. The closed Walmart store near Wisconsin State Fair Park is being redeveloped into a Monterey Market and other businesses. The former Walmart, once a staple in that community, has been vacant since last May. The development is now seeking $250,000 from the Wisconsin Economic Development Corp., a grant that would help the owner pay for renovations. Among the new Monterey Market in that development at the former Walmart will include financial services company, an ice cream shop, and an America One insurance company as a tenant. It will not only provide groceries and services to the local community, but it will do so in a food desert, said the owner at the county board hearing yesterday. The grant application to the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation was approved yesterday by the board's Committee for Community, Environmental, and Economic Development. It requires, though, a 75% match from private financing sources. This Walmart location is
among 3 former Walmarts in the Milwaukee area that are being redeveloped into additional uses. Speaking of Walmart, back to tariffs a little bit, as we discussed yesterday. The certainty and the uncertainty. Walmart is hoping that its Chinese suppliers are going to cover the costs of U.S. tariffs. Bloomberg reporting this yesterday, citing anonymous sources. But the retail giant has asked manufacturers in China for major price reductions of up to 10%. And so far, of course, few vendors have accepted this offer for further concessions. Further concessions are going to lead to a little bit more loss there, meaning that the cost of tariffs will be passed along to the American consumer. That is us. Big box retailers, including Target and Best Buy, have already indicated that shoppers should expect prices to climb. You got to remember with tariffs, as we talked with Dave Spano yesterday, there's never just one side to tariffs. You got to see them from all sides. There's the company side and those negotiations. There's the government side. There's the consumer side. And even bigger, there's the down the road side, right? If prices are changing now, there's negotiations now, there are enforcements happening now. What's those impacts going to be 1 year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now? That's what we have to think about in this ongoing tariff and trade war that our country is currently in. It's going to affect us now, but these decisions are going to have impacts on us all in the future. Something, not only to keep an eye on, but to keep an eye on as you're reading different reports. Actions have consequences now and into the future. When we come back, you may be driving past an open space in your community. You see a for lease sign and you wonder, wow, that would make a great restaurant, or that would be a wonderful place for a new business. But what does it really cost? I pulled some numbers and you may be surprised. This is the Upswing. You're listening to WTMJ.
Whatever you want to call this season, we're over it. Time to look forward to
fly ball, right field. It is deep. It is gone.
Spring training is finally here and back on the radio.
Back again and gone again for Hoskins.
Make sure to catch our next spring training broadcast as the Brewers take on the Giants Friday at 3. No matter the season, we are the home of the Brewers. WTMJ.
Look what I found.
What is it?
It's a list of the traditional and modern anniversary gifts for each year of marriage.
Sarah and I use a different list. But go ahead and tell us about yours.
The traditional gift for your first anniversary is paper, but the modern gift is a clock.
Well, our list says the first anniversary is always diamond jewelry.
What's your list called?
The People's Choice.
The traditional gift for your 6th anniversary is iron, but the modern gift is wood.
What a coincidence. For the 6th anniversary, our list says diamonds again. What do you have for the 10th anniversary, Rick?
Traditional is aluminum, modern is diamond jewelry.
Well, there you go. Our lists agree. What have you got for the 7th anniversary?
Copper and a desk set.
Nope. Diamonds again.
I'm beginning to see the wisdom of the People's Choice list.
It's good to have you on board.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Did you make up that People's Choice list, or is it real?
Well, we're people, aren't we?
Find the Kesslers nearest you at KesslersDiamonds.com.
AccuNet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
This is Chief Anti-Heartbreak Officer Brian Wickert. While national headlines talk about the inventory of homes for sale being a lot higher this year, that's still not the case in most of Wisconsin. The good news is that now, even in winter, AccuNet's experienced loan consultants are already helping many of our pre-approved home shoppers become homeowners and avoid the heartbreak of losing in a multi-offer situation. Sure, you can go with a flimsy, unimaginative bank pre-approval, or you can present your offer with an AccuNet rock-solid, fully verified, and guaranteed pre-approval that also might come with the phrase that really makes sellers happy: no appraisal required. When an appraisal is needed, we can also show you in dollars and cents what it means to willingly pay a certain dollar amount over the appraised value if that's what's needed to win, which is usually a lot less scary than people imagine. Reduce your risk of home shopper heartbreak by getting started with your rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval at Accunet.com. That's ACCUNET.com.
We're on the air in 3, 2...
Hey, it's Vince Vitrano.
John Mercure here.
Wait, does that car say Pella on the side? What's Gina Della doing here?
Sorry, I'm late.
We're on the air in 3, 2...
Recognize my voice? Get used to it.
Talk all things Windows, business, and being a boss in more ways than one with Gina Della from Pella's very own show right here on WTMJ. Starting February 1st, tune into What's the Difference every Saturday morning at 6:30 or stream anytime on WTMJ.com.
What a tease.
Is that coffee?
That's it. I'm getting 100 cups of coffee starting now.
Time for a quick look at your coffee and how much it costs. It's the Upswing's Coffee Index.
Smells good.
Welcome back to the Upswing. I'm Jeff Sherman. We haven't done a coffee index in a while. I like to look at the 12-ounce cup of coffee because that's usually what I do wherever I stop. I hadn't stopped at a Fiddlehead's in a while. Fiddlehead's has 9 locations across the greater Milwaukee area. 12-ounce drip coffee, $2.95, which, about 10, 20 cents more than a lot of their similar competitors. You add the 19-cent tax, and you're looking at $3, or at least I was looking at $3.14 this morning for my morning cup of coffee. I did see, as I was walking out, there was a special blend that they have. Part of the proceeds through March 31st are going to benefit Imagine MKE to spur the creative economy in the greater Milwaukee area and actually across southeastern Wisconsin. So that's good to see. Speaking of creating more and more resources for our creative economy, I have a national arts and economics expert, Randy Cohen. He'll be in Milwaukee next Wednesday following a day of legislative visits in Madison to lobby for additional funds for the arts, for the creative economy, and for entrepreneurism. Randy's going to join the show next Wednesday to kind of give us all the details about his legislative visits, his discussions with different politicians and leaders in Madison, and how we can continue to unlock some funds that are truly vital to move our community forward here in greater Milwaukee. Speaking of moving community forward, you ever just walk down the street wherever you live and you see, here's a vacant space. It should really be filled by a restaurant or a bar or a small business. But you wonder, all right, what's the lease rate? How much is this going to cost us? What does it all look and feel like? There's 2 restaurant opportunities that are within walking distance of our home. So I see them often, but now they have new listings there. And I looked into some of the pricing just out of sheer curiosity so I could deliver you this information. One spot, right on Oakland Avenue, used to be a sushi restaurant called Nana's Sushi. Was there for years. The family decided it was time to move on and retire and do additional things. So this is a commercial real estate, former restaurant space. You're looking at $20 per square foot, but it's a triple net lease. So this is a way to describe the commercial space where the base rent is per square foot plus additional operating expenses. So if a new restaurant owner or small business owner were to come in and lease this space, you're looking at, for 4,368 square feet at $20 per square foot, you're looking at $87,360 per year. That's $7,280 per month just in basic rent. Before you add all your additional expenses and before you're even getting up and running, that's what the business owner has to pay. It's a really vibrant, busy, walkable, on a bus line corridor. So there's a lot of opportunity there. And it's also a second generation restaurant space. So all the kitchen infrastructure is there. But it gives you an idea of what some of these spaces are leasing for. I continue to walk down the street, though. on Oakland Avenue in Shorewood and saw another space, the former Buttermint restaurant that closed several months ago. $32 at a modified gross rent, which includes the taxes and the building insurance, all in $32 per square foot for the number of square feet there at the old Buttermint space. You're looking at $12,608 per month to cover the lease for a small business owner or a restaurant owner in that space. So, the next time you think, all right, I need to get out, I need to spend my money in my local economy, take into effect what that business is paying just to cover the rent expenses. Now, obviously, the building owners have to make their money, but they also have to pass along those costs to their tenants. Now, many times these are negotiated from the get-go, and some of these prices will lower, and they'll find creative ways to do this or do that and make it a little easier for the restaurant owner. But that gives you a baseline of what we're talking for costs for restaurant owners in the greater Milwaukee area. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time is 10:30. We have ABC News, local headlines, and then, speaking of costs, we're going to dive into the world of healthcare at Columbia St. Mary's.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. President Trump says this morning he will double the tariffs he's already proposed on Canadian steel and aluminum. The now 50% tariffs go into effect tomorrow. The president says it's in response to Canada's decision to add a surcharge to electricity it sends to Minnesota, Michigan, and New York. The markets have responded to that in social media posts. The Dow and the S&P both dropping sharply once again, Dow down 458. If all that volatility is making you think of pulling your money out of the stock market, Investopedia editor-in-chief Caleb Silver says,
if you're selling losses, you can apply those losses to offset your taxes, or you can hide out in cash or money markets if you are fearful of the stock market. You just don't know when to get back in. Timing the market is extremely hard.
House Speaker Mike Johnson says he's confident the spending measure that'll avert a government shutdown this weekend will pass. There's no Democratic support, but if it does pass, it wouldn't be up to Senate Democrats to decide whether to block it with a filibuster. This is ABC News.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time is 10:31. Happening right now, the State Assembly Committee on Colleges and Universities debating a bill that would essentially ban transgender athletes from competing in sports outside of their biological gender. Meanwhile, UW-Madison, among 60 universities across the country, in danger of losing federal funding if they fail to protect Jewish students on campus. Letter to UW comes almost a year after pro-Palestinian encampments formed at both UW-Madison and UW-Milwaukee. Construction season picking up as work is scheduled to resume today on the Southern Bypass, 894 between the Mitchell and the Hale interchanges. Work to rebuild the right shoulders in both directions, part of a 3-seasons-long project to be complete by this summer. The Packers poised to sign an offensive lineman and a cornerback in free agency when the NFL's 2025 season officially begins tomorrow afternoon. Bucs and Pacers play tonight in Indiana, 6:30 tip with a 6 o'clock pregame show on WTMJ. Time for news about your money, the Annex Wealth Management market update, and see the latest on the Dow coming back a little bit. Dow Jones Industrial Average is down about 400 points, nearly 1% to 41,536, but it's better than where it was. S&P 500 off 21 points to 5593, and the Nasdaq is at 17,503. That is up 35 points. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com. Take a look at the roads. Your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic Report. 43 northbound, the right shoulder is blocked. They've got this disabled vehicle that had been blocking the left lane off to the side near North Avenue, so just watch for that. Delays actually kick in a little bit further down from Locust to Keefe. Your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Today, we are already at our higher temperatures as temperatures will be falling off through the afternoon. Winds gusting up to 25 miles an hour, partly cloudy and a low down to 32 tonight. Mostly sunny, high 45 at the lake, 53 inland on Wednesday. Thursday's high 58 degrees if you're away from Lake Michigan, 50 the high near the lake under partly cloudy skies. Partly cloudy on Friday. Friday, breezy with some nighttime storms possible, high 61 lakeside, 71 inland, and Saturday, scattered showers, mainly early, and a windy high of 57 degrees. Right now in Madison, 40 degrees, Green Bay at 36, 43 in Waukesha, and in Milwaukee, it's 41 degrees. I'm Vince Vitrano, Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 10:34.
We have an exciting giveaway this week on Spanning the State.
One fan will win 2 front row tickets to see the Beach Boys coming to the Riverside Theater Friday, May 23rd.
Tune in to Spanning the State this Friday.
With timeless songs that shaped music history, they continue to inspire generations.
Experience the music, the magic, the good vibrations. The Beach Boys are still making waves.
Win 2 front row tickets to the Beach Boys coming to Riverside Theater May 23rd. Tune in to Spanning the State this Friday.
Hi, I'm Jim Token, president of the Auto Dealers of Metro Milwaukee. Did you know that Adam members employ more than 7,500 people? Plus, Adam recently completed their 14th annual Feeding America Change Your Oil promotion. To date, Adam has donated over $875,000, which provided over 2.6 million meals. Start your next car search by finding an Adam member dealer at adam.com. That's ADAMM.com.
At Erickson's Landscape Supply, we have durable, maintenance-free polywood patio furniture and #1 grade treated natural pine Amish-made patio furniture. And we also have a wonderful assortment of concrete benches, statues, and fountains available in a selection you just gotta see to believe. Erickson's Landscape Supply, high-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less, plus a whole lot more. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection or stop on in today. He told us to load 4 yards into his 8-foot bed, but we knew that 3 full, honestly measured yards were going to fill his truck bed to the rim. After we proved that, he told us the other guys have been telling him he's been getting 4 yards in there for years. Honest measurements and honest folks who just want to do you right. So you come back. Erickson's Landscape Supply, high-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection.
Welcome back to the Upswing. I'm Jeff Sherman. We are joined by the president of Ascension Columbia St. Mary's Hospital, the Milwaukee campus, Andre Story. Andre joined Ascension, Wisconsin in December of 2023. Before his move to Milwaukee, he served as chief operating officer at Memorial Hermann Cypress Hospital in Houston. Andre, I appreciate your time this morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. How's everything today?
You know what? It's a great day in Milwaukee. The sun's right over the lake, and the weather turned up.
That's
so it
right.
makes me feel like I'm in Houston again.
You have some beautiful views at that hospital for sure. Views across the lake and the sunshine. It's great. So I wanted to talk briefly about your time in Milwaukee. You know, specifically, talk about your work to recruit and retain talent to Columbia St. Mary's.
Well, that's a good question about, I think of my time in Milwaukee, and I've been blessed to see all the seasons. But the time to recruit is really is the value proposition of helping good people. The city is full of them, and Columbia St. Mary's has been serving Milwaukee for over 180 years. So whenever I have the conversation with the executives that we brought on our team, and we talk about the mission, we talk about why we do what we do, and our continued focus on our mission, Milwaukee typically sells itself, and then the mission of the organization sells itself. So we've been able to find some really strong leaders from across the country to join Columbia St. Mary's, and then that's trickled down to bringing on good team members in our nursing team, and also recruiting very talented physicians to join us.
Okay. So there had been some reports of staffing issues at Columbia St. Mary's. What are some of the additional strategies that you've taken to address these challenges and really ensure a safe environment at your hospital?
You know what? Those reports were a lot of them were shared before I came, and I reviewed those reports thoroughly. Bringing on a team member where our focus is caring about our associates and caring about our team and listening to their concerns. Mm-hmm. That was strategy. It's really the best work happens when you listen to the team members who are doing the work, and we've been able to see significant improvements. In my time being here, our turnover has improved tremendously, over 58%. Even in that the first year and a half, we saw actually a rehire rate. So coming out of COVID, we definitely saw a lot of change in this market where people were leaving and traveling and taking on different challenges. But we saw a lot of team members come back, to the point where a lot of the hires, almost 28% of the hires were rehires. People joined the organization. We've also fostered relationships with the local educational institutions, UWM, Marquette, Alverno, and we've been able to foster education pipelines with clinical interns, and we've been able to see a conversion rate of our interns over 80%. So those are all significant changes from where we were before, and we've seen that's been great work for the patients that are coming here to get their care.
Good, good. We are talking with Andre Story. He's the president of Ascension Columbia St. Mary's Hospital on Milwaukee's east side. Andre, when we come back, I want to talk Medicaid a bit with you, seeing if you're sensing concerns over cuts to Medicaid that are currently being discussed in Congress. Would that take coverage away from families? How does the hospital anticipate those needs and continue to change and evolve and keep your focus on serving the vulnerable populations? This is The Upswing. You are listening to WTMJ.
Get the help you need Saturday morning with How To Radio. At 7, it's the WTMJ Fix-It Show with David Nason, featuring this week's guest, Comfort Awnings and Siding Unlimited. At 9, plan your dream vacation with the Fox World Travel Show. And at 10, get financial guidance during Money Talk. Contact Annex Wealth Management for an unbiased review of your investments at annexwealth.com. How To Radio, Saturday mornings on WTMJ.
Founded by ventures, fueled by community, and focused on business. This is WTMJ's Jeff Sherman speaking on behalf of my good friends at Horicon Bank. Horicon Bank, they've been doing banking differently since 1896. How? Your financing requests, they can be approved in days. You don't have to wait weeks because your banker understands you and your business. Service and products go hand in hand, providing top-notch products to meet your cash flow needs. Horicon Bank, they get the job done. Together, doing good. That's their vision, and they're committed to doing what it takes to help your business grow. Horicon Bank, truly the natural choice. Member FDIC.
Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. Indeed's Sponsored Jobs feature helps you stand out and hire fast. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here for QC Kinetics. I get a lot of questions about QC Kinetics treatments, people asking if they should consider it for their own joint pain. Well, here's how you know. If you answer yes to any of these questions. Is your quality of life impacted by chronic pain in your knees or hips or shoulders or other joints, trouble sleeping or walking? Do you want to avoid surgery, a long recovery, and uncertainty that comes with it? And most importantly, do you miss doing the things you love because joint pain is holding you back? If you answered yes to any of these questions, don't wait. Call now. Call QC Kinetics and ask for your free consultation and learn how the latest advances in regenerative medicine can help you get lasting relief. No drugs, no surgery, no downtime. 414-285-3474. Call QC Kinetics today for your free consultation. 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. Call QC Kinetics today.
What we've found is that when you have workers who feel valued, you get better results. This is why good people and good culture should matter to anyone looking for an exterior remodeling company they can trust. It's going to be your experience and the end result that gives you peace of mind, because you'll know your work was done by people who care. We realized early on that if we were going to change the reputation of this industry for the better, that finding good workers that you could trust to do great work was going to be the key. We're attracting good people every day because we take care of our people. We want to make sure they feel important because they are. And we're going to make sure you feel important and valued too, with excellent customer service and high quality work. This is Brad Youngbluth with Semper Fi Roofing and Exteriors, your local, veteran-owned and operated exterior remodeling company. For your new roof, siding, window and door installation, or masonry work, you can count on Semper Fi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry. Semper Fi.
Welcome back to the Upswing. I'm Jeff Sherman. I'm joined by the president of Ascension Columbia St. Mary's Hospital, Milwaukee campus, Andre Story. Andre, again, appreciate your time this morning. So as you look at costs on the healthcare side, the costs continue to rise. Labor and supplies are going up. Costs have increased more than 5% compared to the same time last year. So you have all these headwinds coming in healthcare, and you're looking at changes in Medicaid. How does Ascension look at that in terms of possible Medicaid cuts affecting your ability to provide care?
Well, we know we're already in a challenged environment where Medicaid is reimbursing Wisconsin hospitals about 37% less than cost. Our ultimate focus is going to be on the quality of care we provide. That's where we're going to hang our shingles, that the quality of care you're getting here is going to be top-notch, and we're going to make sure we adjust to make sure that every patient who comes to our doors gets that care. We've been able to demonstrate that with becoming a comprehensive stroke center, that certification, primary heart attack center, bolstering our cancer program, just making sure that regardless of any walk of life you come from, that you're going to get high-quality care here.
And talk to us about the primary heart attack center certification and how that enhances cardiac care for the community.
Well, what that does is it's a certification that demonstrates that we have the highest level of care, and we also have access to that care 24/7. We have teams on alert for anyone who's suffering an acute event that can get access to an intervention from an interventional cardiologist, our ED team, and something that we're really used to seeing a lot. There's only 2 primary heart attack centers in the state of Wisconsin, and we're one of them. So we just want to make sure we focus on making that access to care is always there for our entire Ascension network. And we work with different agencies and different hospitals to make sure our doors are always open.
And how do you continue to strengthen those alliances with clinicians and community organizations to support your business initiatives?
Well, the business initiatives are really the quality initiatives. And so we have multidisciplinary teams where we review our data every single month, and our clinical teams meet regularly to go over that information. So like the question that we're always asking ourselves is, what can we be doing better? How can we improve care? And when we are doing things well, how do we share that information with our other hospitals in our network?
All right. When you look at kind of the upcoming needs and projects, possible expansions planned on the Milwaukee campus, what does this look like for you in the coming year?
Well, our primary focus is bolstering our education efforts. We just got accredited by the American College of Graduate Medical Education to start an internal medicine program. So that will be a 36-person program and accepting 12 internal medicine residents every year. So that's the first step of, as we continue to grow, as Milwaukee's continuing to grow, that we are meeting the physician need in education.
All right. And then finally, I got to ask you about the last May ransomware attack and the role of technology in healthcare. Any new technologies or innovations being implemented in the near future, not only to prevent further attacks, but just to continue to enhance access to data and patient care?
Well, I think our access to data has always been a focus, making sure that we have the security in place to meet those roles. And so we're really vetting our vendors, who we partner with, to get the best technology in the fingertips of our patients and our clinicians. There's different AI technology that helps us detect ailments earlier. There's robotic technology that we've added, the Ion Robot for our lung cancer screening program. But we talk about patient care being at the forefront. I can't get off the phone without highlighting the work that our women's and our burns team's been doing for so long. As recently as this year, we had a patient who was delivering here, and they were at about 22 weeks. And so at 22 weeks, it's just extreme preemie. That baby was born at less than a pound. And we were able to bring that baby to full health over 144 days here in the hospital, and they went home with their family at 7 pounds, 7 ounces. That's the dedication and the technology that's at our fingertips, with the ultimate goal of being able to drive the quality.
Yeah, it's always it's the human hands behind the technology that makes it all go. Andre, I know you have a busy day. I appreciate you taking some time out for us. Andre Story is the president of Ascension Columbia St. Mary's Hospital on Milwaukee's East Side. Enjoy the rest of your day, Andre. Again, appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
Coming up next, we're going to continue healthcare conversations a bit. Sugar reduction strategies are coming. Or at least they should be. I got a big update for you. You're listening to The Upswing. This is WTMJ.
The only place to get this.
Giannis cracks 20,000 points for his career, becoming the 52nd player in NBA history to reach that distinction.
With some of this.
It's been a remarkable career. And some of these milestones that he continues to check off along the way, as Doc was quick to point out, there's a lot about this we take for granted.
Get it all on Bucks Talk, your all-encompassing Milwaukee Bucks postgame show. Only heard here on the home of the Bucks, WTMJ.
How would you like to own a jewelry store?
Kessler's Diamonds is an employee-owned company.
And Kessler's is growing. Are you the kind of person we're looking for?
Does it make you happy to make other people happy?
Are you a problem solver?
Would you like to wake up every morning knowing that you're going to help a lot of people find joy today?
Kessler's Diamonds is people serving people.
Keep in mind that Kessler's is owned by its employees. So let me ask you this. Are you a good enough leader that you can be an owner who leads other owners?
Don't worry, you don't have to know about diamonds. We can teach you about diamonds. But the people we're looking for aren't looking for a job.
Did someone pop into your head just now?
Do you think you might know who we're looking for?
Give that person a call.
Send them an email.
Tell them to walk into Kessler's Diamonds and say to the person who greets them,
I think I want to work here.
Welcome to Kessler's.
A fantastic place to buy jewelry and a wonderful place to work.
For the store nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
The next time you're due for service, visit richlands.com to schedule an appointment at any of our 5 conveniently located facilities.
All AAA approved and all staffed by ASE certified technicians ready to serve you.
Richlands. Are you on track to achieve your retirement plans? Hi, I'm Jeff Kowal of Kowal Investment Group. We've recently joined Creative Planning, a national registered investment advisor. This move to Creative expands our ability to provide comprehensive wealth management, investment advisory, and retirement planning services. Now is the time to put your lifetime of hard work into action. For over 37 years, we've helped clients toward making their retirement dreams become a reality, and we'd like to help you too. And the best part, your plan will be completely tailored to you. Our in-house team of specialists will take the time to learn about you and your family, review your current situation, and find out what your goals are. Then we'll design a plan to help you get there. To get started, request your free meeting today with one of our fiduciary advisors by visiting creativeplanning.com. Whether you have met with us in the past or this will be your first meeting with us, we're excited to introduce Kowal Investment Group to you as Creative Planning. Visit creativeplanning.com today.
WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here for Tri-County Contracting. You want to know the price of a new roof on your home today? Well, it's easy. Just go to TriCountyContractingWI.com, click on the Instant Roof Quote button, put in your address and email, click the Show My Roof Price, and there you go. Zero wait time. There's your quote. You shop online for everything else. Who says you can't shop online for a new roof? TriCountyContractingWI.com. It's worry-free roofing, siding, and windows. TriCountyContractingWI.com.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Welcome back to the Upswing. I'm Jeff Sherman. My hometown tomorrow. Rich Kirchen, senior reporter at the Milwaukee Business Journal, will join. Speaking of hometown, he's got some news on Harley Davidson's new motorcycle and what it's going to cost. Pretty interesting. The most expensive Harley Davidson ever will be making its debut. So we've talked a lot about tariffs in the early portion of this week, but we haven't quite seen the what and the how from the new Health and Human Services Secretary, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. And as I look at it, I truly think that sugar is going to be one of his targets. It's going to be on the hit list for sure. And frankly, it should be. I get it. It's really hard to change consumer habits, but we got to check those sugar levels on all of those drinks that we're buying. Some of them can be a little bit obscene. One reason I think is that we all consume a little too much sugar. People just don't understand what a gram of sugar is. You look at the label or on the menu, 50 grams of sugar kind of means nothing, right? Because we're not really used to seeing what a gram is. But for reference, 50 grams of sugar is equivalent to 4 tablespoons of table sugar. That's a quarter of a cup of sugar. A few things to note. Hopefully, and I think this is what we're going to see from RFK, non-artificial sweeteners are gaining more and more momentum, and some of the bigger companies are rolling them out in more efficient and healthier manners. You look at what Cargill's doing in Wisconsin specifically. It's continuing to push its no sugar space with EverSweet stevia sweeteners and with its Clear Flow natural flavor. That's another sugar substitute. And I'm seeing, if you really take a good look at what the sparkling water brands are doing across the country, sparkling water is now saying, all right, we have an opportunity here to win in this no sugar space. 2 big brands. One, Spindrift, just launched a line of sodas with no sugar added. They're just sweetened with fruit juice. 5 flavors: strawberry cake, ginger ale, Concord Freeze, Shirley Temple. Check out Spindrift. They're doing some really innovative things in the sparkling soda space. And then that company, Liquid Death, right? That Rebel sparkling water brand. They are here to totally take over the soda space with sparkling waters. Some joke that sparkling water is kind of, I don't know, it's not soda, but what Liquid Death is doing, they are creating sparkling water with soda flavorings. So they're debuting Dr. Death, Killer Soda, Killer Cola, Root Beer with a Wrath, $7.99 for a 6-pack. I think sugar is going to be on the chopping block, and sugar is going to get a ton of attention in the economy in the coming months. But you're going to see a ton of innovation from companies saying, you know what? Our brands already don't have sugar. We can be a soda, but we won't have sugar. Buy us. I'm really impressed with what Liquid Death is doing. Check them out. They're doing creative things to drive commerce and community each and every day. Coming up next, Wisconsin's Midday News, where we have some more business headlines first.
These are your business headlines from the Milwaukee Business Journal.
Washington County Executive